Welcome to Shyzabox. Here's your host. Oh yeah, oh yeah, ho 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 ho, oh yeah, and the horse you rode in on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all, welcome to Shyzabox, home of all things Xbox. Right? That's right. And of course, we've got a fantastic show for you today. No, you don't. No, we don't. Yeah, you definitely don't. But you could imagine what it would be like if we did. No, stop trying to fucking quote Billy Madison in some off-played way with that Chris Farley, Adam Sandler scene. Shut up, monkey! We're trying to explain that we've got a fantastic show today. No, you've got a free fucking show today. There's a difference. Okay, entirely true. We've got a free show for you today. You get what you pay for. Oh, fuck this. We're going to watch something else. See you later. Oh, come on. You ruined the whole intro, monkey. We could have made ones of people stay around after we had forwarded them the link. Hi, Mom. Anyhow, we've got a free show for you today. And of course, us here at Shyzabox are all things Xbox because we love shelling out that monthly subscription to Game Pass, motherfuckers, right? Hell yeah. And today we are talking about, you might have seen this, okay, all ones of you that have kept up with these as we forward the link. Hi again, Mom. In our last episode, we said today we are talking about how indie games are single-handedly saving Game Pass, or something along those lines. Whatever, doesn't matter. And without further ado, here's the rest of the episode that we're still doing. So, Game Pass, right? They have a bunch of games on it and stuff. And you might be saying to yourself, like, that's what they're supposed to have on it, a bunch of games, right? It's fucking Game Pass. That's what you're paying that subscription fee for. Yes, absolutely. That is what you're paying that subscription fee for. But not every one of those games is going to be a super home run, all right? Not every single one of them is going to be up your alley and make you want to check it out or play it or have anything to do with it in any way, shape, or form, okay? Some of these games, on the other hand, will pull you into it, want you to play it, want you to have everything to do with it, have a fantastic time with it, okay? But there's those handful of games that don't. And unfortunately, as of late, with the exception of, you know, your Stalker 2s, your Indiana Joneses, all right? The service is striving, okay, on trying to get these titles out that are big like that. Only they keep hitting hiccup after hiccup. Yeah, I'm putting out shit like Avowed. Hey! Avowed isn't horrible. Yeah, it is. It's fucking horrible. No, it's not. We're going to play it again. No, you aren't. Delete that shit. You're never playing it again. Stop ruining the show, monkey. Today, we're talking about how indie games are single-handedly saving Game Pass. Yeah, because games like Avowed suck ass. No one wants to play them anymore. And you haven't even played more than fucking like 6 hours of that shit. Stop pointing out stuff. You know I'm right. Shut up, monkey. Go away or I'm going to beat you with the Shyzabone. No, the fuck you wouldn't. You wouldn't fucking dare. Oh, you don't think we dare? No, you fucking wouldn't. We're going to tell on you. Shut up, monkey. Oh! Oh! Ruin our show. Huh. They only brought you on as co-host because they said no one's watching it. Son of a bitch. Oh. Anyhow, indie games are single-handedly saving Game Pass because you got these bigger titles coming out, okay? And whilst, you know, there are a couple that suck you into it and make you play them over and over again and kind of go through it and complete it from A to B to C to D to all the way to finishing it, right? You have other ones that come out that you might invest a couple hours in and you get kind of bored with, okay? But lo and behold, Game Pass keeps adding to the service. They keep finding little hidden indie gems here and there, whether they're in their back pockets from somewhere or whether they score them on a, you know, new deal. All right. And we'll take the liberties of, you know, utilizing some conjecture on our behalf and part, okay, to reenact for you how a phone call conversation might go between Xbox and, of course, Phil Spencer at Xbox, talking to these indie studios to get them to, put their games on their service, okay? So, with a lot of liberties and freedoms on our behalf, okay, and a bunch of conjecture, pretty much entirely fabricated, scenario that we'll recreate for you, okay? But in some possible realm, way, shape, or form, in an alternate universe, or, something somewhere, something along the lines could have happened in some way, shape, or form. Anyhow, without further ado, so Phil Spencer, right? He's sitting in his office, he's got his fucking Spider-Man cup, and he's like, I'll get you one day, Spider-Man. You will be on our system once again. Just like those Tobey Maguire movie Spider-Mans that probably were, or something. Oh, Avowed was pretty fucking boring, so I better fix that shit. I am Phil Spencer. And Phil Spencer takes off his hoodie, right? He's like, I'll remove my hoodie to get to work on this one. It's extremely important. He takes off his fucking hoodie. It's time to get to work. Picks up his Xbox phone. Get me legal! And of course, secretaries are like, fuck. Patching you through now, sir. And they patch him through to legal. And then, he's like, this is taking too long. I should optimize this like all of my games for the Series X are optimized to be phenomenal and fantastic. I am Phil Spencer. And legal picks up. Phil Spencer, sir. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. That's more like it. I am Phil Spencer. I need more indie studios. Buy me some. Close down 1/3 of them. Cancel 2/3 of the games. And put some on Game Pass. Do it now, I'm Phil Spencer. And then he hangs up, and legal's sitting there like, sir, yes, sir. All right, hey, guys. Fucking hell. Yep, Daddy Phil got us doing some work. All right, those studios that were putting those games out, go ahead and call those. Purchase them straight outright. You get started on the closure paperwork. And fucking get Game Pass on here. Hold on, I'll take care of it. Hey, Game Pass, we got some studios coming in that we're going to close some of, so drop a couple titles on Game Pass, probably. All right. And scene. Okay, so, yes, while that's probably not how it happened at all these indie titles are coming in from these random studios, and they are single-handedly driving everyone into the realm, especially gamers like us, okay? We're old school gamers. We play lots of everything. Okay? Not a lot of fucking Avowed. Monkey! Stop ruining it! Ah! Not a lot of Avowed. Okay, a little bit of Avowed. Okay. You're not going to play it again. You can come out, Monkey. You're probably right. But we probably will play it again. We still have it installed. Okay? We'll keep it updated. Yeah, but guess what? Games like Balatro, that took the entire Avowed review. So, it's almost like this indie game single-handedly saved Avowed in your case, but you are a shitty gamer, so that's it. And you hit like a bitch! Hey! Fair enough. Take it back. Fair enough, though. Anyhow, indie games are the titles that we find ourselves, and ourselves too, playing an entirely greater number of hours, okay, that we invest into them and play them for, all right, than these bigger titles that are hitting the Game Pass service itself. Yeah, it's like, is it really worth it when you come down to it? What, for shelling out that monthly subscription to Game Pass, right? Yeah, yeah, it's worth it, because we're all things Xbox. Oh, yeah. So, it's entirely worth it. Because you get to come across these indie gems and titles, okay, that you might not have ever checked out before. Yeah, they're phenomenal. A lot of them are even better than the shit like Avowed that's come out. Hey, stop picking on Avowed. It has some great graphics and some stuff going to it, okay? We're still going to check it out. It might end up being phenomenal. No, you're not going to play it again. Stop saying that. We probably are. We're going to play it tonight, maybe. No, the fuck you are. You're going to play Mark of the Zuckerberg's Meta Quest. You're going to play a Sky Camp Studios game because they had sponsored you before and gave you a free fucking game. So what if we do? The point is that we wouldn't be playing one of the bigger titles on Avowed if that were the case. Yeah, that's right. So the indie games single-handedly are kind of keeping Game Pass afloat, at least for us. You know? Now, are these indie games worth paying $23 a month for? Or, that's not how much it is. I don't know. It might be. Fucking, it's up there. It's like $20 or more. Okay, fair enough. Whatever it is, okay? Is that investment worth it to check out these indie titles and games? Well, when you're playing more than big titles and releases, it is. Yes, but then we still have access to those big titles and releases that, you know, Xbox and Game Pass drop on there. Yeah, okay, all right. So it probably is worth it. At least you didn't have to pay for fucking Avowed on top of all these badass indie games. Yeah. It's almost like we took a break from all these badass indie games, all right? Like the fucking, that one Switch game where you had these little fucking troops move in and it's like Dr. Mario and Tetris meet fucking some side-scrolling auto combat game and you make them, you know, convert into different stuff and you upgrade the troops. They were phenomenal. It's an indie game. And we ended up playing that longer than Avowed 2. Yeah, but you're going to return to Avowed. Okay, we're going to return to Avowed. But even with the time that we're putting into it, we're craving playing games like Balatro right now. Okay, that's what we talked about in another episode. The point is that these bigger titles that are coming out would not be able to sustain the Game Pass service on their own without all of these other titles, okay, even if they're infinitely smaller in scale or minuscule in scope and what they relay and bring to the table, all right, graphically, artistically, maybe with its frame rate, or with bugs and glitches, or with a variety of other variables that go into the entire development process. Maybe the story sucks more. Maybe the music's garbage, okay? Maybe there's a bunch of trade-offs, but inherently there's going to be one thing that the indie title has done well if you keep playing it, or you keep going back to it. And if it does a variety of things well, that's going to be the one that you want to play more of and that you want to return to more of. This is boring. I'm going to Mark's. Finish the fucking episode and be done. All right, we'll see you there. Yeah, all right, whatever. Well, the point is that there's a lot of fantastic stuff out there on Game Pass that is not these big titles that fail to meet expectations is the easiest way to say it. And if Game Pass didn't have all these smaller titles that were supporting and keeping these other, games aloft and afloat to where when they do roll out, even if they do fail to meet expectations, there's other stuff that the service can fall back on or that the gamer can fall back on that might inherently pique their interest to play it over that bigger major release. And for us, it has happened on more than one occasion. Lo and behold, again, Avowed comes out. Okay, we were stoked for it. We avoided, to the best of our ability, every pre-spoiler and everything on it. Okay, impossible to do somehow in our fucking algorithms. Okay, we knew where people were going with what they were thinking in theory. We still haven't watched any full Avowed review or anything like that. Now we're at a point where we'll check out what other people had to say on it for our own entertainment values. Okay. That you don't find here. Whatever. The point is that if these other titles weren't on Game Pass and supporting these bigger releases that failed to meet expectations, gamers would probably be a little more up in arms over the failure of these bigger titles, and it would be harder to justify that price tag to pay for the service with which these games continually fail that are put up on this pedestal platform or, calibrated strategically, implementation to the live gaming service that is Game Pass, all right? That's continually evolving and growing and adding stuff and taking stuff off, okay? And giving new perks like all those awesome Vigor weapons charms and the fucking awesome-ass squad to enlisted that we stopped playing fucking 4 years ago when more games finally started coming out on the console. Okay, whatever. We love enlisted. We still have it installed. You gonna keep Avowed installed? Maybe. Probably not when we need that extra space. Well, if we're being honest. Thought you were going to Mark's. I am fucking, you're my ride. Oh. How the cookie crumbles. Well, it looks like we got more important stuff to do. Don't forget, if you're leaving for work, like when we leave today, okay, put on the channel's Pulp Fiction reading to garner those, hours of views of the screenplay reading of Pulp Fiction. Do the channel a solid. Of course, we don't want your subscription. We want your money. Money? Yes. And if you're not going to give it to us, then at least go invest the time of when you go to work, leave our live reading of Pulp Fiction playing in the background, okay? You can mute it, or when you're going to bed, you play it, and give those view hours. We need to get that shit up so that we get someone else's money. Money? Yes, because if you're not giving it to us, we need it from somewhere, okay? We got to move out of our mom's basement. The only way to do that's by building an extension on the house. So we need an even, $273,000. Probably. That's what we're guessing. We have none of that. So let's all make our dreams come true by sacrificing financially for the benefit of such. Or something. I don't know. We don't want your subscription. We want your money. Now, back up. You're leaving footprints on our grass. Get off our lawn.